What's up, YouTube? The Patriots. This is War Daddy. Some things in this country never seem to amaze me. For some reason, we're actually having a debate over a mosque being built 3 blocks from 9/11. Why there's a debate is astonishing. There should be no debate. As far as I'm concerned, there shouldn't be a mosque allowed in this country. Why would you want to allow them to build a mosque within sight of Ground Zero for a trophy for them, just to rub it in your face, just to say that we got you, we got one on you? If they are allowed to do this, it will just fall right in the line with the tyrant government as allowing everybody in America that comes from somewhere else will get afforded all our constitutional rights, while the American citizens have their rights taken every day. They are on a mission to strip us while they give what we have created, worked hard for, and our forefathers have carved out from the land. They will give all the benefits of our soldiers dying and suffering for our freedoms. All the people that died in 9/11, they give all of the people that come from other places that hate us our constitutional rights, while they strip the average American's rights every day. There should be no debate. And if they do get to build a mosque, which they probably will, because they got a Muslim in office as the President of the United States, I hope somebody burns it down. I hope they burn it to the ground. Maybe somebody will fly a plane in it and kill a few of them and see how they like it. Putting a mosque that close to Ground Zero is the equivalent of, to me, it would be the same as if you put a church in the middle of Baghdad, a Christian church. That'd be the equivalent. And if you even mentioned that, you'd have an outcry everywhere. But nobody seems to have an outcry or care if it's a regular American citizen, average person that gets oppressed, held back, disgraced. No one seems to mind. But you go against an immigrant, a minority, or a Muslim, and the world's in an outrage. It's pathetic. Barry Obama came out on, and of course defended the Muslims, just like always. He bows to every other country. He is a practicing Muslim, no matter what he says. And he's shown time and time again he will side with anyone but your average American. He does not identify with anything close to average mainstream society. He sides with the elite, and he will always side with Muslims, and then he sides with blacks. At no time will he ever consider being the rest of the country's president. He's there for one reason, and that's to forward the agenda. But some strange revelations have come to light lately in my area here, because I live real close to Eglin, and we've got a lot of people from other countries that come here from time to time under our government's umbrella. I worked with a guy, his wife's a school teacher at one of our local elementary schools. But for some reason, these last 2 weeks, she's had an Iranian mother and an Iranian daughter, a young girl. She's not even, of age to be in this class, but they're going to be here for a while. So they have full right to come and sit in class. The kid's mother comes in there and sits with her, and they sit there, interrupting, not interrupting verbally, but just, obviously it's a spectacle. Those kids are looking around wondering who the hell this is, a fucking Iranian in our classroom. An adult with her child sitting in an elementary school classroom all day long. My friend's wife is blown away. She's tired of it. She's pissed. She's went to the principal. She's talked to everybody, so this is what she's been told, and this is actual information from someone involved. That the Iranian mother and daughter have the right to attend any class they choose. They cannot, they're not to be bothered, not to be, bothered in any way. It doesn't matter if it bothers the students around them, but because their husbands are over in America learning something about explosive and bombs. Now, from what I understand, Iran is one of, at the moment, supposedly an enemy of the world, and especially the U.S. But we, with open arms, bring them over, show them bomb techniques probably, who knows what they're actually doing. While their wife and kid get to go to our local elementary, sit in there as a spectacle, and take away from them the learning time of hard-working, tax-paying men and women's children. That's disgraceful. What I suspect is they're probably planning for another one of the government-funded, government-timed-out, attack. And what it is you're sitting here knowing as soon as they have reason, they're going to attack Iran. So what they'll do is we'll have an attack somewhere, and they'll blame it on Iran. It'll be government introduced as a pretext for war. In the meantime, even if that's not the case, we're training an Iranian, probably several, in some sort of explosives, something out there that when they do a lot of stuff there, we're training them so that one day it could probably blow up some of our soldiers when we are in a war with them, or come over here and be a suicide bomber. It just astonishes me. How do they have more rights than we do? And what the hell are they doing here? But they're definitely here, and that's from a source directly involved. So patriots and Americans, beware. The Iranians are here learning something to do with explosives. They're learning bomb techniques probably, who knows, but be on the lookout for the next Iranian terrorist attack, because that may be when they decide to go for martial law. But one thing's for sure, they're planning something. And I know that most of the people would prefer for their children to have a normal classroom environment to try to learn in. I think they're distracted just a little bit with a strange Iranian woman and her child in their class all day long. So, it's just amazing. Every day I look around and wonder how long it'll be before this country is collapsed. Our dollar is devaluing daily. Our manufacturing goods on the global market are not, they're not quality, they're not great. America produces nothing now except criminals. And we produce governments that'll go along with the plan for the world elite. It never seems to amaze me anymore how the average person could care less. They don't even know that all the freedoms that they hold dear are in jeopardy. Some days you can't, determine, some days you can. But basically, it just doesn't look good. But I hope that one day we unite and stand up for what we believe. And I'd like to send out a big message to the patriots. I'm sure, for the most part, agree with me. No mosque should be 3 blocks from ground zero. It's a slap in the face. It disrespects everyone that died there. And all they want to do is to rub it in our face. I'm sick of it. As far as I'm concerned, they could hurt them up, put them in concentration camps like they did Japanese. Send them back to their damn country. They don't need to be over here. They're only plotting for the next attack. Well, that's all I got for today, but I say no mosque within sight of ground zero, period. 4 Daddy out.